Yo, it's Mario Marks Tarot. It's gonna be that way. I should have done that before. Okay. I'll do that now. Should have done this before I came on. But I had to plug in my light. So that way I can see. There you go. That's more better. Hey Nick, how you doing, bro? Yeah, I just got it. Thank you. I was just looking at my phone, saying, "What the heck?" How you been, man? That's good, man. As long as you're all right and getting by, that's a good thing. All right, I would say that they see that you're trying to bring in peace and harmony into your life and bring in together, a union within yourself and others. They think that you're making the right adjustments and they don't want you to fall back into going back into the past and back to where you used to be. They want you to continue to go forward. They're saying that you might feel lazy sometimes, or you might feel like some lack of ambition because of people around you. Could be work related situations getting on your nerves, or just people around work that are lazy and you're trying to intrigue them or make them feel better, but they want you to concentrate more on yourself. But they do say that you're a good influence, and just find good influences around yourself. In order to find a good combination, you got to like make the right adjustments and find compatibility within yourself and other people around you. They're saying just keep making changes. If you feel like you're not stable and you feel like things are clouded and not consistent, then look into your heart and like do what your heart desires. Like, do what's right for you and do what you really love to do. So they're saying like, find the harmony within the things that you do day to day, whether it's work or not. But they're saying that work might be bothering you, or someone at work will bother you, or just make you feel like, what the hell is going on here? These people are hypocrites, or they flatter me one day, hypocrites the next, or they're delusional, or whatever. Or don't think that these people think that about you. They're saying like what you're doing is you have to manage how you deal with your day-to-day living. That's what they want you to do. That's how they view you, and that's how they should you should view yourself. Like stay away from untrue friends and like people who make accusations. And even if it's not about you, even if you're listening to gossip or listening to other people accuse others or want your input or want you to be on their side, try to be more like to yourself and by yourself. And then spirit will be like, okay, cool, you're doing the right thing. But they think that they know that you're trying to be patient and bring together the things that you need. But they said there's going to be some obstacles, you know, which is normal. There's people out there. So they're saying try and tolerate as much as you can in the situations you're in. But they're saying at work, you might feel a little burdened. All right. Try not to feel that way. But even when things aren't consistent, like make a change so that it becomes consistent. You control your own life and your own destiny, and you can control also who you talk to and who you don't talk to. So like try and adjust as you go. Hey, Becca, what's up, sweetie? All right, cool, Nick. Let me check. Hey, Jessica, what's up, boo? You all right? All right, Nick. What they really want you to know and want you to be aware of is, and what's coming towards you is, they say that you're going to get gratification from certain things like materialistic things, favors, generosity from people. If you want like more money, then you'll get more money. Um, Favors, if you want a favor, you'll get a favor. You're going to be sharing your wealth and your time and your kindness. Like the more kind you are, the more gifts you'll get from the universe, especially materialistic things. Now, they're saying that you might be like worried about your finances, or you might feel like you're not stable enough, or you feel like if you do a certain action, then it's going to cause a reaction of something bad. You might be worried about or impatient about what you're going to spend your money on. Like they're saying, don't overspend. If you have to, if you are going to spend money, make sure you spend money the right way. Don't just like give it out to somebody or loan somebody something that you're not going to get back. They're saying that there's a woman around you, probably your mom, that's going to be kind of suspicious of you, or she's going to like neglect something that you say, something that you like, that you might like saving up for, have a smooth transition of moving. Yeah. So they're saying that it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be able to move and you'll be fine, but just make sure you make the right moves as far and decisions as far as moving. Yeah. Yeah. But they're saying like be patient, like don't let your anxiety override you. Like this pretty much is like the same thing I just finished seeing. But yeah, exactly. But don't let like your mom or any sibling or any person around you, especially a woman, don't allow them to make you feel like you can't do it, or or because they neglect you or tell you you can't do something or tell you you might be doing the wrong thing. Don't take it literally, like just leave it alone. Like they're saying like you're going to be tested by people around you that might say something to you that gets to you, and being an Aquarius, that can affect you, because I know how it is. Like when somebody says something to me, I'm like, "What? Shut the fuck up," Or I'll go out. I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So don't allow that to like get to you, like, because that shit gets to me too. And somebody tells me I can't do something, I want to slap the shit out of them. But I'm a different person now, yeah, I'm stubborn, but the thing is, like, I'm not dumb. I'm gonna make the right moves for me, but the right moves for us might not be the right moves for the people that view us. So that's why Spirit's saying here, all because you want to move and do what you want to do, they're saying the best thing to do is not to say too much to anybody, especially a woman. So this might be your mom, or you might have someone that you don't trust, and they fear that you're going to fail. So they might like rub it in your face or make you, are you sure you want to do this? Because this is like, are you going to be financially stable? Are you going to be this? Are you going to be that? So you're going to be like, yo, shut up. I'm going to do what I want, you know? But they're saying at the end of this month, you'll get what you want. Everything will start to flow. Things will get better. People will actually do you favors. And like if you tell the right people that you're moving, they're gonna help you. Or however, wherever you go, like someone's gonna help you out. Like it could be a guy that helps you. So I would say like don't listen to anybody's criticism or suspicion of you, or like if you know the person's like negative, just stay away from it and don't listen to them. But like they're saying that try not to fear and have anxiety over money, over the move, and over like doing the right things. Just take the right action and do the right things, and you'll be fine. So, because at the end here, I see that you'll get everything you need. But there's something going on at work. I feel that try not to say anything at work about what you're doing in your life. Like the less you say, the less you have to remember. And the less you say, the less people know your business. So I don't know if you get excited and you say shit to some people like that you think you can trust, but all the while like they might be like talking shit or whatever, and it might get to you. Or their energy can make you feel like you haven't like make your anxiety higher than what it is. So I know that sometimes we think we can trust somebody, but like they're saying don't trust a woman around you. So to older lady. But it looks good, Nick. Looks like the end result will be fine. Yeah, it's probably your mom. Yeah, because I got a negative mother, so negative woman. Hello, Caddy. How you doing, sweetheart? How you been? Yeah, Nick. So like, try not to like, this week. So let me see it at the end of the month. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that could he's gonna help you at the end of the month. Like he'll be fine. It'll go back to normal routine. Things will be fine, and you'll be fine. They're saying like don't allow these people to be your new therapist, or don't tell them about your life. Because sometimes I know we get excited and we say shit to people, but really they don't give a shit. And like if you get that vibe from people, then don't say too much. I know sometimes, we want somebody to talk to or somebody to tell something, but sometimes we tell the wrong people and we think we're telling the right people. So like that's what the cards are saying. Like don't say too much and just like make sure you make wise decisions. Make sure you're doing what's right for you, not what's right because someone told you it's right. So but I don't see nothing bad though. It looks good. It's just people like, judgments and shit like that. No problem, bro. Anytime. I'm glad you're doing okay. And just hang in there, man. Don't like let people like get to you, bro. Yeah, I did. This is a brand new hat. I just peeled the stickers off of it. I literally just peeled the stickers off of it. The first time I've used, I just got it so I can match this shirt. I shouldn't be buying more hats, but it's all good. I only live once. Can't take them with me, so I might as well wear them. Sometimes I'll buy a hat and I won't use it for like a month. I just get it because it was on sale, or it's like a color I like or something like that. But yeah, I'm doing good, Caddy. All's good. I'm here doing my thing. Okay, no problem, sweetie. But yeah, bro, just like, from what I see in the cars, just like stay to yourself and just like try not to like allow people to get to you. Cause us Aquarians, we got a lot of energy in the stars coming towards us. Like, but before we get to that good part, we're gonna be tested. And I was tested yesterday, a lot by people and by, parents and things like that. Seems like the more I do, the less respect I get or the less like, praise or whatever. But it doesn't bother me because I'm used to it anyway. But like, I gotta keep telling myself, and I think everybody does, like try not to let people get your energy. All right, bro. Take care, man. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. All right, bro. That's how the energy is. That the energy is always like that. Like you seem like you're getting ahead and everything is cool, and then someone just tests your fucking patience. You're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And then when one thing happens, another thing happens, and another thing happens, and you're like, what the fuck, man? I was cool all this time. Now these fucking people are aggravating the shit out of me. That's how I feel. Like I'm like, fuck, man. I'm sick and tired of people, man. Piss me off. Especially my parents. They fucking irritate the shit out of me, man. It's like, who are you people? Like, I feel like I don't know my parents anymore. Like they're such a pain in the ass. It's like I try and tell them things, and it's like it goes in one ear and comes out the other. Like, and I'm like, didn't I just fucking tell you that this is how it is? Like, what's wrong with you people? You know, like what the fuck? Everybody's going crazy or something? Like yesterday, the lady at the pizza place got told about herself, and I didn't even know her. Yeah, fuck these people. I don't blame you, man. I'm sick and tired of people, man. I'm sick and tired of my own family. Like they irritate the shit out of me. My mom and dad, like they have a TV that's maybe about 10 years old, I guess, or maybe less. And the TV has like, hey Mike, what's up, bro? Oh, I know, right? And then the TV had like, the picture was all messed up, and it works when you turn it on, and then after it warms up, it has like two pictures, and it was, you can see the TV's on its way out, right? And my parents are like the type of people, they won't go buy a new TV. They'll watch that shitty ass TV until it completely goes black. And I can't handle that because then I'm gonna hear every day, I'm gonna hear, oh yeah, it's fine. We just turn it off and turn it back on. We just fucking destroy it, and it's already fucked, but we won't get a new TV. As long as it shows a picture for a little while, we'll be fine. See, they got that mentality like, I'm not gonna go spend a couple $100 on a new TV. This one still works even though it's fucked up. And I'm like, look, I'm gonna go get you a new TV. Oh no, you don't have to. You don't have to get a new TV. I said, no, I'm gonna get another one because this is bullshit. Because when I come here, I'm not gonna watch this damn TV, right? Yeah, it can't be fixed. It's messed up. I'm not gonna go fix it. The price you pay somebody to fix a TV, you might as well buy a new one. And it's old anyway. They probably don't have parts for it, and I'm not going through all that shit. So I went to this place and I bought like a brand new TV. Then I bring it down the house. I even bought a bigger TV than what they had. So they had a 32. I bought a 43, so it fits in the space that it was meant to, in. So I hooked the TV up, and then I tell my dad, look, the control, in order to switch to the cable to the satellite, you just got to go bang, bang, bang. That's it. 3 buttons, just like the old TV. It's nothing changed. Just a different control, different TV. That's it. Same shit. Yeah, yeah, okay. I got a Vizio too. That's the exact same TV I got. I got the Vizio yesterday. A Vizio 43-inch, right? It was also like a good price. So I went and hooked it all up. I left, and then I called my mom an hour later. I said, "Oh, how's the TV? Oh, I don't know what your dad did, but he fucked the TV up, we can't see anything. He pressed some wrong buttons and it's saying some type of shit. We don't know what it's saying. And I said, Mark, you're a fucking idiot. Why do you always buy things for them and then they fuck everything up? Like they just don't get it. And I explained, I even wrote it down on a piece of paper. Press input, press up, and then press OK. That's the satellite. Press input, press down, and press OK. That's back to cable. These two things right here on the input, it says right here, STV satellite and cable, bang. And my dad didn't have a clue. He pressed some shit and it went to like some Netflix trash or whatever the hell it was. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I ate my dinner, went back down there again. Thank God they lived 10 minutes away. So I went and went there. I said, Dad, what the hell? And he's like, oh, I can't understand this TV. This is a joke. I want my old TV back. I'm like, you're a fucking joke. Like, so I was like, look, man, look at me when I do the damn thing. Look, you press input, you press up. Look, see the thing on the corner of the TV? It says it right there. Like, fuck, you got glasses on, bro. Like, what is your I try not to rip into him like a fucking moth. But like he's like one of the daftest people. I don't know how I'm telling you, it's like I don't get it. It's the same shit, the same exact setup, same buttons in the same place, just a different control. Yeah, bro. It's like, and I try not to get mad at my parents, but like they're really like getting like my dad's getting 80 years old, but 20 years ago he was the same way. That TV that was 10 years old, it was the same shit. 10 years ago, I had to explain it to him, and the same thing happened. Oh, I pressed the button. I don't know what the fuck happened. And I keep telling him, if you fuck up, right, just press input again, and it'll take you back to the guide and back to where you got to go. Huh? Who? We? And it's like, sometimes I want to take the control and beat the shit out of him with it. If he wasn't my dad, I swear to God, man, I'd throw it up against a fucking wall. And I said, you know what? I should have just left this piece of shit TV here and just let one of my other siblings deal with it. But good old nice Mark, I want to help my parents out. I want to give them the best, and look, I went and I didn't even get a thank you. I got, oh, fuck this TV. It's, it's a pain in the ass. It's different. I don't understand anything. No, thank you, Mark, for getting me a nice TV. And thanks for coming here and setting it up. I didn't get no thank you, no nothing. My mom said thank you, but my dad, he's like a dickhead. He's like, you made my life worse now because I have to press different buttons on a different TV. And I just looked up into the heavens and I said, Jesus, please help me. Then my mom says, if you reach 80 years old, you're going to see. And I said, no, I'm not. I said, when I'm 80 years old, I'm going to be the smartest 80-year-old you can ever know in your life. I said, I ain't dumb like that. I know how to deal with it. I said, I'm got common sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this isn't even rocket science. It's the same shit. It's just a different control with the same setup buttons. I did it like perfectly fine to me. And I even go out of my way to make sure everything, like I analyzed the TV. I read up on the directions and make sure it wasn't difficult. And look, bang. It's like talking to my dad is like talking to a wall. Hey, Nina, how are you, sweetie? Caddy, you can go ahead and ask your question, sweetie. I got your donation. Thanks. Oh, man. See what I'm saying? Look, my dad has a flip phone still. He has a flip phone that costs $99. And the reason why we got him a flip phone is because he would butt dial everything. He would butt dial everybody. People call me and say, hey, your dad called me, but I don't know what's wrong. I'm like, look, I got to get him a flip phone. So when he sits on it, the buttons are covered. Let me tell you, my dad, he's like, I don't know. I even told him the other day, I don't know how the fuck you made me. You must have been on an eclipse or a fucking full moon or when Jupiter entered some fucking amazing part of or when, I don't know what the fuck happened. But when you made me, bro, it was the best thing you ever done. I told him. I said, I don't know the fuck. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know how the hell. I told him I must have got switched at birth. If I didn't look like you, I would have definitely tell you. I definitely would have said, yeah, something fucking wrong here. Cause how the hell you're brain dead and I'm not? Like it don't make no sense. My mom's pretty smart. Like she knows what's up. But my dad, oh my god, man. And I don't like to talk. I'm just like keeping it light. But like my dad, man, he's like he has no ambition. Like he has no like oomph. Like he doesn't give a shit. If it works, fuck it, I don't care. The cheapest way out, that's what he wants. And it's just like I'm looking at him like, how could you not like want more in life? Like you just want to sit on this couch all fucking day and do nothing, watch bullshit. Like go the fuck outside and like do something with yourself. Fuck man. It's like I feel like I talk to the wall when I talk to him. But it's all good. I try not to like go off it, but like it's very hard not to. I had to catch myself yesterday and say, Mark, he's not going to be like you. And you're not going to be like him. You just got to get over it, bro. Your dad's not going to be like you. He doesn't give a fuck. And I keep telling myself, Mark, don't fuck him off. Don't say nothing to him. Don't yell at him. Just leave him alone. He's never going to change. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Okay, Mark. Let's go. You spit on your phone. I'm sorry. I just, it's hard having elderly parents. But my dad, even he's going 80, but when he was 60, he was the same person. He just like he's clueless. Like he don't want to learn. I'm totally opposite. I want to learn everything. So I don't have to ask nobody nothing. The more I learn, the better I feel. Like I feel like I'm smarter. But him, he's the opposite. The less he learns, he don't give a fuck. I don't know. Do you see anything coming in love or sex or whatever for you? Yeah, sure. All you gotta do, I ain't even gotta pull cards. All you gotta do is get on a plane and come straight to Bermuda, and I'll give you love, sex, and whatever you want. It's that easy. See, I just answered your question. No problem. I even pay for your plane ticket, and we'll go get an Airbnb so we can stay away from here, so nobody can see us. We'll lock the doors, the gates. That's it. We'll order out, do everything. That's it. Simple. And we'll keep our bathtub diaries all to ourselves. Oh, whoops, I just told everyone. All right, let me check, Caddy. And lock everybody out. No, we don't want it. Leave us alone. Put it, that's right, your birthday is coming up. Happy birthday to Caddy. Yeah, see, I'll buy you a ticket. All you gotta do is come to Bermuda. Simple. Be the best birthday of your life. It's on the 15th? Okay, cool. You got time. I know a few people that got birthdays this month. Okay. All right. Try to concentrate on like the progress that it takes to get to, what you want, right? I know that, sometimes you feel like you want to be patient, sometimes you're not. But there is like an older guy, the emperor here I got. It's like a guy that's probably your age or a bit older. He's very mature, very stable. He's like a leader. He has authority. He's like a boss. He's got a lot of confidence. But he's the type of person that will only give to you once he really knows you and once he really once he knows that you're really about that life and you're really showing him like love and showing him something, so he's like a person that's not really generous with his finances, but he's generous with his heart, and he's like he'll do things for you, and but like he'll fear that you want more from him or anybody at that matter. So he's like a good guy, but he's just a person who fears the worst. He fears that you're gonna take his money, take his wealth, take his house, take everything. So he's probably a guy who's really like settled and got a lot of like got a business or got like got a good job. And his last person, gave him a lot of anxiety and cost him a lot of like problems. So when he meets you or when he deals with you, he's going to be like, I wonder if this is another person, like another woman that's going to do the same thing to me. So he might be kind of standoffish or kind of like, not really wanting to like be in a relationship right away. And I know you're like the same way. You're like, you'll take it slow or whatever if you have to. But he seems like a really good guy, a guy of power, a guy of like, that's a good influence. And he's just like worried if, you want money or you want his heart. But I also think like you're gonna be kind of like facing him and saying, you know what? Like you're gonna have to always. I know this sounds like you might not want to do it, but he's gonna like test your trust and you test your and you probably can test him too, obviously. But I'm talking about like him. He's gonna test like your sincerity. He's gonna test you to see if you're a fraud. He's gonna test you to see if like you only want dick or you only want money or you only want sex. Like he's the type of person he wants a relationship, he trusts you or really get to know you in order to like for it to go somewhere. You know what I mean? That's if you want like if you want love. Yeah, exactly. He wants to know if you really like want a relationship or you just want to, have sex and stuff. Now there is somebody from your past that's broke and not really worth, any type of like really worthwhile like getting together with, but he might try and like get some birthday sex from you or trying to like, see what you're up to, see if you're like involved with anybody and see if you'll bite. So somebody from your past like might definitely come in the next 6 days and try and like say, hey, you want to get together or you want to, I know it's your birthday, you want some D. So as far as like sex and stuff like that, you can definitely have that option if you want from somebody from your past. Yeah. But this person like ain't got no money, like they're kind of broke and they're like not willing to change their ways. Like it's definitely somebody because I got a past person here. And like they're not happy right now, but they're not willing to make any changes. So it's like talking to the wall pretty much. Yeah. So you're gonna get somebody from your past trying to like see what you're up to for birthday and all that type of shit. So but the older guy, he wants like a relationship, but he's gonna be testing you. So you might not like the testing, or you might be like, look, bro, I'm trustworthy, like what the fuck? But he's gonna be like, look, you know how people take their old like situations and bring it into the new. I feel like this guy like, and the thing is this guy has everything, so he's probably gonna be like, yeah, whatever, you know if you don't show me, then to hell with you type of thing. So it's only gonna work if like he sees that you do the same thing. Just use reverse psychology on him. So if he tests you, you test him back. That's all. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Could be. But it seems like, whatever the case may be, it's not nothing like concrete and nothing serious. Exactly. As far as like love relationship and all that stuff, you're only gonna attract some guys because you're beautiful and you're gonna be you're attractive to men around you. You might get like men who like talk to you, text you, or talk to you, or want your number, but the future plans they have is not like nothing that's gonna be like, okay, yeah, you know, in the next 3 months, it's still gonna be kind of shady and kind of on and off. There's gonna be delays and obstacles and just talking back and forth or just flirting or chatting. But like a real serious relationship, nothing like that in the next 3 months. I just get like guys who just want to holler at you because, you got it going on. So you know how it is. Yeah, exactly. He's got to pass your tests. So he's gonna try and test you, and then you just test him back, and then see who passed the test. Well, the thing is I see a lot of people right now that want relationships, but then they're like, I'm not settling for just some regular bullshit. You know what? And it's a lot of women too. A lot of women I know, they're like, you know what, Mark? I just want a decent man, that's gonna treat me right, and like I'm tired of just having like a sexual relationship and just be like not, I want somebody to cuddle with, I want somebody to love, I want somebody to, hang out with me, be my companion. Like I hear a lot of women preaching the same thing, but they're not settling for some regular like guy, like they don't want just a regular thing anymore. Like people I talk to are like, they're at that age where, yeah, I'm gonna hang up my boots now, and like see if I can find somebody decent. I've been that way all my life, but I find the opposite. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you can be the hoe in the window. You're fucking right. You know what I'm saying? When it comes, it comes. When you get that itch, you gotta scratch. You know. Maybe I shouldn't have used that term, but you know what I mean, in a good way. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if that's what you want, then you go for it. But a lot of people are preaching the same thing. It's like that's the energy right now. Like I think that a lot of women are kind of catching on to like a lot of these guys are idiots and they just like I don't know. I feel like a lot of men are just like saying, I think it's both ways. But like as a man, a lot of men are like, oh, this woman just wants to be with me. A lot of men look at women and say, oh, this woman just wants to be with me for my money, for where I live, what I wear, what I do, what I say, how I live. But they automatically put the negative like perception of every woman wants that when it's not true. There is decent people out there. You just gotta find them and you gotta put them to the test. Then you have women out there that say, I just don't want a guy to fuck me. I want a guy that I can love, I can trust, I can care. I always find some idiot, and I always find some broke ass guy that I have to pay for and be his mommy and his girlfriend. I hear it all from both ends, and I just think that a lot of people are getting fed up and they're comfortable with being by themselves or like being with their friends, you know, and that's perfectly fine. And but everybody in the back of their mind, they're saying, when is my turn coming where I'm gonna find the right person? And sometimes people don't find the right person. And sometimes they find the right person and then they say, you know what? I'm good now. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. I'm happy. Or 2 years later, 3 years later, they're like, fuck this, I can't do this no more. This person totally changed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I get it, you know. Now I'm not gonna be nobody's daddy either. And I'm not gonna be nobody's bank. And I'm not gonna be nobody's like boy toy and sugar daddy. That ain't happening. No, no. I ain't playing that life. Never did, never will. But I get it. A lot of people are like fed up right now. I hear it from all angles. I hear it from male and female. I've heard it a lot lately. People are like telling me like, "Oh, Mark, are you married?" Nope. You're single? Yep. Oh, me too. I'm so tired of this and tired of that. I'm like, oh shit. Here we go with the stories. And I'm like, well, there's nothing wrong with being single and being happy. You don't need nobody to complete you. You know that, right? They're like, yeah, you're right, Mark. But it's nice to have somebody. I'm like, of course it is. But why settle for somebody who is going to eventually, break your heart and disrespect you? And you weren't smart enough to take that red flag when you saw it because you said, okay, well, it'll change. That's everybody's perfect saying. They say, oh, they'll change. They'll change for me. You think so? The only thing they're changing is their clothes. It ain't gonna change for you. You ain't nobody special for them to change for. It's very highly unlikely they're gonna change for you. And if they do, you're blessed. You did something right. Yeah, exactly. And for you and for women who have a child, it's even worse. You can't just let somebody around your child. You don't know what the fuck that person is gonna do to your child, or they can do some dumb shit to your child to get them out of the way or to do some dumb shit. You can't just let people in your house if you got children. Me is different. I don't have nobody. I just got my dog. She'll bite your ass if you don't fucking around. But even if I was a single dad and my child was here, I wouldn't let just some random woman come around here to corrupt my child. Hell no. Mm-mm. Yeah, exactly. A leopard doesn't change its spots. Yeah, and we have to be picky. And there's nothing wrong with being picky. And people tell me, "Yo, Mark, you're picky. You're never gonna find." Oh, good. So what? You think I'm gonna settle for some random fucking woman that I don't even know? I'm not like that. I gotta get to know you in order for you to walk through that door. You ain't just gonna come around my apartment because you look sexy or you want to give me some coochie. No, I'm older now. See, I gotta make sure that shit don't happen no more. But it's all good. Like I always tell everybody, there's someone for everyone. They're gonna find you or you're gonna find them. And when you do, whether it's now, 10 years from now, who cares? At least you're gonna find the person and be with that person. And if you were with somebody, things didn't work out, it's trying to tell you something. Don't force it, Hey Milk Tea, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yes, I'm always happy. Well, not always, but yeah, but 90% of the time I'm happy. If I'm on here, I'm happy. Becky said, Marky, Jess, and I have an idea. Yeah, okay. Let's hear it. You're welcome, Caddy, anytime, sweetheart. No damn twin flame messages. Don't fuck with no damn twin flame. I should have never showed you them damn messages and them damn cards. Damn twin flame messages. Twin blame. You and Jess are the twin blames. You blame everybody but your damn selves. See? You're the twin blame sisters. Okay? You're trying to find your twin flame, but your twin blames. Oh, good. I'm gonna take my time to make sure your phone dies now. Oh shit! I can't get it. I can't get the cards out of the bag. Oh yeah, I can't. I got them. I'm gonna take about an hour to shuffle now. I like roughing up my little angel backer. See, you know. All right, back. I'll give you a damn twin flame messages. This girl and her damn messages. All right, let's see what we got for you, backer. All right. Your first card is I wish I could take back the things I said. So if they said a lot of shit to you, they wish they could take it back. I'm sure you do. Being apart has been life changing for me. So this person regrets what they say. Being apart from you, is changing for them. Next card says, I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. Are twin flames real? Sure they are. They're real to anybody who believes it. Caddy, you want some of these messages, Caddy? And Jessica, I'll give you your twin flame messages too. Hey Steven, how you doing, bro? Okay, no problem. All right, Jessica. This person says, I don't know how I feel anymore. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. And they're asking, would you reject me? I'm doing good, Steven. All's good, man. Good to see you. All right, Caddy, you're next. All right. The first card is, I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. I'm not the same person that you remember. So this could be that past person that we saw. And the last card is, I know I screwed things up and honestly have no idea how to fix it. Because their D no longer fixed it. See? I got some different cards this time around. Usually I get like the same type of messages. I saw messages in here I haven't seen forever. You guys all got like different type of messages. None of the same. That was a first. Yeah, there you go. See, because they don't be they're no longer a twin flame. They're a twin blame. You know, you gotta blame them for everything. That's all you could wish for them. You know, they're kind of saying the same thing. All right, Steven, you can go ahead and ask your question, bro. The thing is with twin flames and all that, soulmates and all those type of like things, milk tea, like my opinion, I just call it one thing. Like there's different words and meanings for different things. I just believe that when you go to a psychic, they're gonna say your twin flame this and your twin flame that. It's different from your soulmate. It's higher. It's more powerful. It's the real one, and blah blah blah. But to me, it's like, we have labels for everything. You become my friend. You become my girlfriend. You become my fiance. Then you become my wife, and then you become my widow. You become a widow, right, or whatever, right? So you have a label your whole life. All you gotta do is say one thing: this is my woman. It's like you're my soulmate, you're my twin flame, you're my lover, you're my sweetheart, my babe. It's just the same thing. It's the same definition, but just different words. So I just don't believe that, in all that type of stuff. It don't faze me. Yeah, exactly. It's like my name is Mark. You could say, I'm gonna mark this wall out so I can cut a champ, you know? But my name is Mark. I'm gonna use a marker to color this name, you know? So it's just another name, it's just another thing for a different thing. So it's just all bullshit to me. We're gonna have to do terror blackmail on that, Becca. Just let me answer Steven real quick. What about karma? Well, it's all to me. All that shit is just life. That's what it all boils down to. One word: life. I think that it's a healthy way to put it. Leaving in twin flames can potentially get you stuck when you. Yeah. Well, that's just it, Milk Tea. I don't believe in none of those things. I don't even believe in soulmates or twin flames or none of that bullshit. It's just you're somebody I associate with. You're either my friend, my lover, my wife, my fiance. Every you got a label through the stages that we do. If I'm married to a woman, I'm not gonna call her my twin flame. I'm gonna call her my wife, right? I'm not gonna say she's my wife and my twin flame. No, she's my wife. You can leave the twin flame shit to the side. All right, Steven, let me get to you, bro. All right, so you said so. David has an older male friend named Jeff, who's also an electrician. They have a weird relationship dynamic. When I first moved in with David, he put me in competition to live with Jeff. He moved her to. He moved. Jeff used to be behind me and took David up. That's this, and we're gonna hang out. That's some crazy shit, Steven. I used to think that they had something else going on. David brings Jeff over when he wants attention, and I'm not giving it to him. But Jeff seems cool now. Huh. What's going on with David and Jeff really behind the scenes? Just curious. All right, let's check. Let's do some terror blackmail then. Becca, that's probably what it says. They said they watch you, they've been looking you up online. So if they're looking you up online, then they got to be watching your channel probably. All right, Steven, let's check. David and Jeff, what's really going on between these guys? What the fuck is going on here? All right, looks like they talk a lot. They enjoy each other's company. They admire each other. But like they get disappointed of each other and they're like they discontinue talking to each other sometimes and then they go back to talking to each other. Like they possibly think that something else is better or something will get worse. It's like they're cool, but like they have a really good like deep feeling like friendship and trust. But then sometimes when they don't get their way, they get disappointed and they want to like change their plans or they get like kind of like not wanting to start an argument. But majority of the time it looks like they recognize each other's compatibility, friendship, and like they work hard together and they work together and they admire each other, they're successful together, they really enjoy each other's conversations and things like that. I mean, I got the lovers card at the end, so they might have something going on. It's possible, like, but the lovers card to me, I mean, if he's not into guys, then I would say like they're really, really good friends and they admire each other and they're cool with each other. But like, you know, I don't think they're like sexually involved or anything like that. But I just think that they have like true feelings, friendship feelings for each other and stuff like that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see like they're really cool with each other, but they're like, how do you put it? Like they're convenience friends. Like when they need each other, they'll be around each other. But when they don't need each other, they're like, fuck you, I don't care. You disappoint me, you treat me like shit. And then next thing you know, they're cool again. So it's like a flip flop energy I see between them. So, getting into weird fights is like what I see here. But I also see there's more like positive than negative right now. So that's why, like, that's what I see. So it looks like they're very buddy buddy and they like to talk to each other and they have a really good like friendship. They have trust and they have like, like their friendship is really like deep. Like they might know each other for a very long time. Like if they've known each other for like 15, 20 years, then that's why they're really cool. But they do get into arguments where they get disappointed and they disconnect from each other and then they come back to each other. I want to say something, but I'm not. I'm not gonna call them any names, but I got names for people like that. He seems like David's sugar daddy. Yeah, probably. That's why David likes him. Remember, I told you that David likes people who give him shit and do shit for him. That's like the Leandro guy. Like when you do something for David, David will like you. But if you don't do fucks for David, then David don't give a shit about you. And that's like a lot of tourist women. I don't know because I don't really know like tourist women like that. I know some of them, but they don't come across to me like that. But I have a few tourist men friends. And like if you do shit for them, they're cool with you. And if you don't do nothing for me, they ain't gonna speak to you. They're gonna be like, yeah, whatever, you're no benefit to me. One of my best friends is a tourist. If I for him, like he'll speak to me and he'll be cool with me and he'll do something back. But I if I don't initiate like the goodness, he won't even just be like whatever. But he's a cool, he's one of my best friends. But they have that energy, like if you don't do for me, I'm not gonna do for you. And like, you know, if you give me shit, then you're the best. Yeah, that's why he's a tourist. The tourist people are like that. That's just my experience. When I say tourist people are like that, that's not necessarily everybody, but the ones I know are like that. And they like to they keep all their money to themselves. But if you're paying for shit and you're the best friend ever, and they want everything for free. If they come over your house, they ain't bringing shit. They want to eat your shit, drink your stuff. They want to eat and drink what you got. They ain't bringing nothing. Hell no, cheap asses. But yeah, it looks like they're still cool with each other and they have a good relationship, friendship, but like it looks like you said, they have weird fights and then they discontinue, then they go back to each other. So looks like there's behind the scenes, they're like a bunch of little biatches. Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, bro. Hey Ninja, how you doing? Good to see you. Stephen, David thinks that you finally, took control of your life, and he kind of like looks at you and says, "I can't, deceive him anymore. He knows what time it is, or even though like he knows what type of person you are, and he knows he can't like get you anymore, even though he tries to get your attention, and you're not giving it to him. So he thinks that you finally have control." Whereas he probably tried to control you before, but he can't now. So because he can't control you and you control yourself and control your own energy, he thinks that you're more determined to do so, and you finally come to your senses, like, I don't need you, you ain't gonna tell me what to do, ain't gonna control me. So he's kind of like thinking that you're malicious or you're deceitful or you're trying to do it out of vengefulness, just trying to be vengeful and say, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with you. So like that's why he's been tense, because he's like he doesn't know how to take you. He doesn't know, like, this isn't the same Steven that I used to deal with. So now I feel like he says, you know what, Steven's finally took control of his life and I can't do anything about it. Exactly. And the reason why he brought Jeff over was to make, to like try and distract you or make you suspicious. So you ask him, like, what's Jeff here for? Like, why you got Jeff coming over here? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think Jeff is realizing that, they can't change David and David ain't going to change. And that's why he probably said hello to you and stuff, because he realizes that David's in the wrong. Because how David feels about you is that you've took your power back, like you're doing more things, you're being more active and doing, whatever. Yeah, exactly. And that's why the energy is cool between you and Jeff, because I just saw that him and Jeff get into arguments, so he knows what David's like, you know. But I think that David thinks also, like, he's always suspicious about what you're doing. I feel like I tell you this all the time. He feels like you're doing what you're doing to get his attention. And like he thinks that the people that you hang around are dependent on you, like how he was or whatever, or like that, vice versa. Yeah. So the reason why he's acting like that is because he can't control you. Whereas you control whatever you do now. You go and come as you please. You do whatever you want, and he doesn't say anything because he knows he can't do anything. So he thinks you're doing it on purpose to get his attention, but he's not giving in. It's almost like, I see what you're doing, but I'm not going to say anything. So that's the energy I have, like how he views you and how he feels about you right now. He feels like, okay, I can't even say anything to Steven because he's not doing anything bad to me, or he's not, he's doing what he has to do. And he thinks that you're controlling your own life and he can't control you, or he wants to, but he can't. So he's doing this to distract you, to see if you'll say something. So I would say, don't say anything, don't do anything, just keep the way you are now, because what you're doing now is way better than what you did 2 months ago when I first started reading for you. So whatever you're doing now is working, which is ignoring him, doing what you have to do. Let him deal with Leandro and Jeff and all whoever else wants to tolerate him. Just keep doing what you have to do. Speak to Jeff to aggravate him. That's all. Give him some of his own medicine. Why not? He also thinks that you might flatter Jeff, or you might talk to Jeff and talk to him, and if you might feel flattered by, oh yeah, I'm talking to David's friend, haha. He might look at that also as like, yeah, what the fuck is he doing talking to Jeff? So it looks like he's kind of like suspicious or jealous, or he wished that you maybe would flatter him like you flatter Jeff, or how Jeff, talks to you and like he doesn't understand. But he thinks that you're definitely controlling your own life, and he thinks that you're doing it to like stick it to him. David's got issues, bro. That guy is something else. It's weird because every time you ask me how he feels about you, it's an up and down energy. It's like he knows deep down inside you're a good person and he's cool with that, but in the back of his mind, like he almost like he wants to start shit or see what you're up to because he doesn't know. Like he wants to be nosy and wants to find out what you're doing. It's like a suspicious energy that I get from him all the time. So it's kind of weird. But after all, he is weird anyway. So I'm not surprised. But his energy is like almost the same every time. A suspicious, wanting to know what you're doing energy. Yeah, I'm doing good, Ninja. All is well. I'm here. It rained all day again here. I feel like I'm like sounding like a broken record. I don't think it's ever rained this much in Bermuda in my whole lifetime. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's all good. It's Mother Nature. It's better than the hot ass sun beating down on me and making me sweat. I'd rather the sun take a break and give me a break until like July, August. I'll be happy. Hey Amanda, how you doing? I'm doing good, thanks. All is well. I'm here, live and in living color. Good, good. It's been a nice, quiet, easy day. I cleaned my whole apartment. I washed 3 loads of clothes. Took my dog for a walk just now. Cleaned my bathroom. I'm good. Clean everything. All I gotta do is vacuum upstairs, and that's it. You had a big storm here last night. Oh shit, Caddy. Yeah, here it's been raining nonstop. Like rain, clouds, wind. And then today it's calm. It's been raining on and off. But that's good, Caddy. At least you got power and you didn't get no damage. That's okay. Power went out for a few. Oh, that's good. At least it didn't go out a lot. Yeah, it's that's good. That makes two of us. Congrats, Amanda. See, I told you can do it. It just takes time. It just takes time. I actually went on a scale first thing this morning and it says I lost 5 pounds altogether. But I've eaten since then. So I'm trying not to like go in there too many times. But I actually feel better. Like my stomach is like flushing out. It's weird. It's like, sir, I've been eating different things, like going back to what I used to eat. It's crazy. Gemini men are like that, yeah. My experience of Gemini men, definitely. But Gemini women, I have a nice connection with Gemini women. I haven't really dealt with any two-faced, nasty Gemini women. I have so many Gemini women friends. They're awesome. Like, see, because I'm an Aquarius, so and I get along with like the Gemini women and stuff like that. So okay, no problem, Steven. You have a good weekend, bro. Glad all is good, man. But I mean, if people tell you that, um, milk tea, it's because their experiences with the signs are bad because every sign has signs they don't like and signs they do like, you know? So, like for me, as I'm an Aquarius, so I get along with Gemini women, but not Gemini men. I get along with like majority of people as long as you're trustworthy and you're cool. I don't care what sign you are. But like one of my best friends is a Taurus and a Scorpio, which are also fixed signs like me. See, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio are all fixed signs. So like when you're like a certain sign, you get along with the other ones. But Leo men, I can't stand. Leo women, I'm cool with. So it's weird. It's weird because I can't stand Capricorn and Capricorn men, but I do associate with Capricorn women here and there, but some of them are delusional, and I can't deal with Capricorn people at all. Then there's some Capricorn people that are totally awesome, and I love them, and they're cool, and then the other ones are just like delusional. But from being on YouTube for years and being in these chat rooms, Aquarius men have a bad name. But I'm not a bad Aquarius. I ain't done nothing wrong to nobody. I don't cheat. I don't lie and steal and, you know, abuse women like these people say Aquarius men do. I'm like, what type of damn Aquarius people you dealing with? Dang. I've seen some women bash Aquarius men on here. It's like sad. I'm like, damn, what the hell did I do? But see, it's not everybody. Everybody's different. Yeah, see, if you find it hard to get along with June Geminis, it's because, like every sign shares a month. So, like some Aries women in March, I like more than April, and some April I like more than March, and some Aries women I can't stand. So it's weird. How about Libra men and women? I would say, yeah, there's a difference. Libra men are a pain in the ass, and Libra women are pretty much cool to me. I get along with Libra women. I have a lot of Libra friends that come in here, and I get along with them perfectly fine. Lot of good conversations, a lot of like back and forth, laughing and talking, no animosity. It's weird because everybody's gonna have different experiences. You know what I mean, Milk Tea? A lot of people have different experiences of different signs. It's like me. I'm an Aquarius, but I don't have no Aquarius men friends. I don't even know an Aquarius guy that I talk to on a regular basis. I have Aquarius clients that come in here, like that are my friends. But like Aquarius, like face to face friends here where I live, I don't have any. None. But Aquarius women, tons of. It's the weirdest shit ever. It's crazy. What's for dinner? I had fish. I had fish nuggets, homemade French fries, and I had a couple chicken wings too that I fried up for my nephews, and Caesar salad. That's what I had. Yeah, it was really, really good. My sister made the salad. I made the fish and homemade potatoes. I had Bermuda potatoes, homegrown potatoes. So this is like the season for the Bermuda potatoes. So I just peel them. I got a French fry cutter, put them in the oil, and fresh French fries, homemade, organic, right from the farm. Still got dirt on them. I just wash them and peel them and put them in the fryer. Good to go. I still got a couple left, thank God. But when it comes around, I make nice homemade good French fries that never seen a refrigerator or a freezer or nothing been tampered with. Straight organic from the farm from my friend, my dad's friend. He gives us a bag of potatoes every year. So I'm got like about maybe 20 left. To be fair, what's that work? She tried to be my boss and that didn't go well. Yeah. Well, Caddy, a lot of air signs can't be told what to do because we're like the ones who are in authority all the time. We're the ones who are in a higher position. So when you have two air signs trying to like, I wouldn't say compete, but one trying to tell another, it doesn't work sometimes because it becomes that way. I had a Gemini male boss and it didn't work because he tried to tell me what to do and I knew more than him. So it's like, and it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, sure, Amanda. Yeah, you can share the same birthday. It doesn't matter. People that share the same birthday doesn't mean you're the same person because you have different. You were born in different times. You have different charts. You just have like different situations. I know two women that are born on February 6th, like me, and they're totally opposite of me. And uh, Bob Marley, which I'm sure you guys know, Bob Marley was born on February 6th, and he was a famous singer. and a good, play a guitar and play instruments, but I'm not. I was born February 6th, but I'm not a guitarist. I'm not a singer. You know what I'm saying? So like it doesn't matter. Like when some of that stuff doesn't matter and some of it does. Like even when you're twins, you're born on the same day, literally a couple minutes from each other, right? But not all the twins are the same. You may look alike, but you're not the same. It's hard. It's difficult to really be the same as someone, But compatibility is really good if you can find it. That's for sure. But I've been on here for almost 4 years now. The majority of the people that I really like that come in here are Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Virgo, and I have a few Aries people in here that I like as well. But like that's like pretty much the most dominant signs that come in here because we're all like-minded and we all get along well. Now there is some other ones that come in here that I'm perfectly fine with too. I'm not saying if you're not that sign, I'm not gonna like you. It's just that that's the majority of the people that come in here. Those are their signs, especially Virgo. Like I know there's a lot of Virgo women that come in here, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Those are the ones that have been around me the longest. Well, if you share a lot of the common things, then that's not a coincidence. It's just meant to happen. Oh, you're a Libra? Well, yeah, that's the thing. See, I get along with Libra women all the time. I have tons of Libra friends that come in here. You know, um, Becca's one of them. Barb, my two moderators are Libras. My friend Rising Storm Terror, she's a Libra. I get along with all the air signs is no problem. Libra, Gemini, Caddy's a Gemini. Virgo women, I have tons of Virgo friends that come in here. One of my best friends passed away. She's a Virgo. They used to come in here too. And it used to be like a Virgo fest in here, all Virgo women. And I have a lot of Aquarius women friends, Ninja, um, what's her name? Shit. Forgive me. Yeah, my Hermana, Ilda, is an Aquarius lady. She also comes in here. She's a very good friend of mine. Ninja's been here since day one. I have lots. Vanessa's a Gemini. Yeah, you just said it right right when you typed it. I said it. Like I have tons of really like the same type of sign that come in here. Tons. Yep. You had oats made with almond milk, dates, cocoa powder. Oh, nice. I'm not really an oats fan, but I'll eat it. It's not that bad. And then my other friend that's Aquarius that comes in here is my friend Mary. I have like tons of air sign women, clients and friends that come in here. But see, that's who gets along with me. Whereas like my opposite sign is Leo. So I don't really have too many Leos in here. Maybe one or two, but that's it. But it all depends. Like some people, it doesn't matter about this. I'm the type of person, I don't care what your sign is. I care of how much I can trust you, how much I can love you. That's the difference with the signs. Now there is compatibility and there is like no compatibility. And men and women are different in each sign, I believe, and also different months. You have January Aquarius, you have February Aquarius. So you might get along with February Aquariuses more than you get along with January Aquariuses. See, I have a problem with Capricorn men born in December. But one of my best friends in high school was a January Capricorn. And we were like best friends and still, our friends. So it's weird, because it's just the way it is. It can't always be perfect and it can't always be right for every single person. You can come in here and say, hey, look, I love Capricorn people. They're the best. And I'll be like, oh, hell no. And then somebody would say, oh, Aquarius men are all assholes, including you, Mark. I'm like, okay, thanks, whatever, cool. And then some people would say, you're my only Aquarius friend. So like all the compatibilities depend on who you are and how you perceive that person. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but see, and then people say, oh, your rising sign, your sun sign. See, all of that stuff, it's all a bunch of confusion to me. But if you believe it, then that's fine. I don't really, get into all that type of birth chart stuff. But people are into it, they believe it, and they do whatever they have to do, and that's fine. Like I don't really, everybody's gonna have different experiences. You could sit there and say, I dated 3 Aquarius men and they were all assholes. And by the way, Mark, one of them was February 6th, just like you. So that means you're automatically an asshole too. And I wouldn't get involved with another Aquarius because you are. But meanwhile, I might be the nicest Aquarius you ever met in your life. You see what I mean? So you're never gonna like really know until you get to know the person. Because I used to say that all the time. I couldn't stand Aries women. But one of my good friends on here is an Aries woman, and she's one of my good friends on here and has been for years. And she's nothing like the rest of the other Aries women that I know. So it's crazy. So it's like, because you have a bad experience with one sign and a male or female or whatever, it doesn't mean that every single person is like that. And I try to explain that in a nice way. And not everybody's going to have the same experiences, Right, exactly, Caddy. And that's the thing. Like, I don't really care what sign you are. I'll say it again. As long as I can trust you and love you, you can be whatever you want. I don't care. I just think that you over your sign is the main thing. It doesn't matter what sign you are, as long as you're a good person and you're good to somebody and you connect with somebody and doesn't really matter. Like if I met an Aries woman right now, the first thing I'm gonna say is, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna deal with this bullshit again. Another damn Aries woman. So I'm gonna have to deal with mood swings. I'm gonna have to deal with selfishness. I'm gonna go back to what I dealt with. But who's to say she's not my true soulmate and I'm not gonna marry her in 2 years? You see what I'm saying? I can't like look at every Aries woman as a devil or like a bad person. Yeah, even if it's a Capricorn. Look, my mom's a Capricorn. I love her to death, but she's one of the biggest pain in the asses in my life. But I still love her even though she's a Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? My dad's a Libra, and I don't like Libra men, but my dad is the biggest pain in the ass in my life. You got me? But it doesn't mean I hate them. I love my parents, but they're a pain in the ass, and they're a Libra and a Capricorn. And they've been together for 60 years. So hey, it's all good. Yeah, exactly, Caddy. That it all depends. All right, Amanda, let's see what I got for you, Amanda. All right. In the moment, if you can, remove your judgment and criticism and truly listen to someone, you will empower them. So that's your message. And it's got like little trees and a plant, like you're starting from scratch. You're starting new and you're just like, see how these pots all got like a plant that's just sprouted and just come up. They're not fully grown. So it's saying in this moment, if you can, remove your judgment and criticism and truly listen to someone, you will empower them. I like that message. That's nice. But somebody, people will always say, "You're welcome, sweetheart." People always tell me, "Oh, Mark, do you think that, Scorpio and this person can be compatible?" Of course they can, because it depends really on your connection with that person. In my family, there's none of us are the same sign. My brother's a Cancer. My youngest sister's a Sagittarius. My oldest sister's an Aries. I'm an Aquarius. My mom's a Capricorn. My dad's a Libra. None of us are the same sign, and none of us are alike. But the person I get along with the most is my youngest sister, and she's a Sagittarius. I get along with most fire signs except for Leo, because Leo is my opposite. But that's not to say that, I'll never date a Leo or never marry a Leo or never be best friends with one. No, it depends. It's pretty difficult when you look at all of it, because people like, oh, my rising sign, I'm this moon and that stuff. Man, I'm not listening to that, to be honest. Like, you could talk about that, that rising and sign and your moon sign and your fucking Venus is in Aries, and I don't care about all that bullshit. Like, to me, yes, it matters to a certain extent if you really want it to matter. But at the end of the day, I always go by my sun sign. I'm an Aquarius, and that's who I am. I was born February 6th, so that means I'm an Aquarius. I don't give a shit about my moon and the stars and the sun and the fucking rising this and my Aries and this and no, I don't care about all that shit, to be honest. I'm gonna tell somebody, look, I'm an Aquarius. That's who I am. Period. Full stop. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, yes, I'm an Aries this, I'm an Aquarius that, and my moon is 17 degrees. I don't get into all that shit, because I honestly feel like it's irrelevant. But to some people, like, Mark, you're wrong. You'll see. And I'm like, okay, cheers. I don't really condemn anybody's beliefs. I just think that it's irrelevant to me. I can have the opinion of not wanting to know all that stuff. I don't really care. Well, you have a birth chart, and the birth chart goes by when you were born and what time you were born. So if you were born at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:08 or 6 whatever, you have to know exactly what you have to get your birth certificate. So when you go to like cafeastrology.com is one of the places I go to, and to get your birth chart, and you just punch in your birth date, but like you have to get like, you have to get like your what you call it, your time of birth. So it can be very specific. And then if you have a certain degrees, like it makes a difference on where you are in that degree, because it could be less, it could be more, or you're more, things are going to be worse for you in this category, and it's very difficult to deal with. But I'm starting, like, I learned a lot about it, but I really just don't think it's really, significant for what I believe in. Of course I did. I always make everybody laugh. I make myself laugh. All right, I got a donation here from somebody. Oh, Jade. How you doing, Jade? Thanks for the donation, sweetheart. You can ask your question. If not, I'm going to keep rambling on. It just basically means like that, there's like a certain degree. Like for instance, right now, anybody like myself who has Jupiter is in Taurus right now and will be in Taurus for a while. So because of that means good things are going to happen for me financially. Good things are going to happen for me in a certain way, but it's not for everybody. But because I have specifically Jupiter in Taurus, things are going to be better for me in the next 2 years financially. And yeah, probably so. Cool. If it is, it is. If it isn't, then I'll be like, astrology is bullshit, right? But then people would say, oh, well, because you have this and this degree, then you're not really going to have what you think you're going to have. So it's like a load of like, you have to really know where your shit is in your chart. And I'm not an astrologer. I'm an astrologer. So I study, but anyway, right? It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to know. I don't know how the hell an astrologer knows all that shit, but they got computers that figure it out for them. But all I know is my astrology friends tell me that Aquarius is going to have love and money coming up in their life. So if I come on here and tell you that I'm making good money and I got a girlfriend, then it's time for you to go into astrology, okay? So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, see, there you go. All right, Steven, no problem. All right, Jade, let me answer your question. Can it work between you and Josh? All right, let's check. Show me the moolah. Listen, if you're an Aquarius, or you have like Aquarius in your chart, or you have like Jupiter and Taurus, apparently good things are coming. So honestly, I'm waiting for it because I really deserve it now. Yeah. But I believe in God more than I believe in anything. So God's always got my back, and that's my astrology and that's my life. I believe in God. That's what I do, and that's how I live my life. So take it or leave it. All right, Jade. What I'm getting here is you and Josh, as far as being in a relationship, it probably won't work out to be very good because you might be good together, but I feel you yourself, you are always gonna feel like, you're being deceived, you're being narrow-minded about if this is gonna work, if it's gonna actually happen. I think that you guys may have good conversations, or you guys might make decisions together, or you might, get into being together fast and things will happen. But at the end of the day, you'll feel like you're wasting your time and your money and your effort because you might be doing everything and he might not be doing enough. And then it's going to make you fed up. So, where you're going to be like, well, I'm not going to keep giving this guy everything and he's not giving me anything. So, it might be cool in the beginning, or it might be cool when you get together, but after that, it'll constantly go downhill. And you will end up feeling the pain and the misery and the loss at the end. I feel like this is only going to work if you want it to work. But as far as Josh, I feel like he's not going to change if you want him to change. He's going to be the same person he's always going to be. If he's somebody who's not financially stable, he's going to stay that way. If he's somebody that has you do everything, then it's going to continue that way. It's not going to get better. The only thing that is good is conversation, communication, and that's it. As far as like getting into like a love relationship, I don't see that. And if it does happen, it's going to cause you disappointment and grief. He's not going to pull his end. He's not going to like give you the balance that you deserve, or like he's going to be living off of you, or he's going to be like, asking you for money, or making you pay the bills, or making you like he's just going to like, you know, yeah, exactly. So it's going to stay that way. So to answer your question, the only way it's going to work is if you accept the bullshit and live with the bullshit. So that's up to you. So that's why I'm getting it's up to you if you really want that. Hey Tristan, my night's going good, bro. How are you doing? Yeah, see, and that's how it's gonna end up being. And because you put in the effort, he's going to say, okay, well, she's dumb enough to put in the effort. I'm gonna allow her to continue to do it. Because I get a woman that's going to be mad all the time, and that's you. So if you're mad about putting in the effort all the time and he's not going to do it, he's still not going to do it. Because once somebody's used to that, they're not going to change. Unfortunately, sometimes the people we love are never going to change. We can just love them for who they are without the change. That's just some people. For me, no. Right, exactly, and that's what I'm getting. It's for him, it's if I can live off of Jade, sure. If she wants me, sure, I'll be with her, but she's gonna do everything and I'm gonna make her do everything, and that's what I'm gonna do. You just got back from the pub? Oh, cool, bro. Nice. Hope you have fun. Well, it's the thing is we are our worst enemy. If we settle for that, we're gonna get that. If we settle for loving ourselves more than anybody else, that's when things start to progress because we finally realize we don't need somebody to, complete us. You're welcome, sweetheart. I just wish that, you find somebody that will give you 100%, like all of us want. Everybody in this room, I'm sure you all want to be loved 100% and treated 100% according to how you treat others. You want to be treated. But we can never change somebody. That person has to change because they want to. And you're not supposed to be changing anybody. The person has to voluntarily change for themselves in order to be better for both of you. And in this day and age and in this lifetime, that's very hard to deal with. You can't change nobody. Now, they can change you for the worst. Sure, they can. But they can never change you for the better. That ain't gonna happen. I've already been there, tried that, done that, forced that, did that. No, it ain't gonna work. I just can't. I just mentioned it earlier with my parents. I can't change them. I can tell them to do this and tell that they will not fucking do it. They're not gonna change. They're too stubborn. I go blue in the face telling people this is what you should do. Now I just tell people, look, this is what I do. It works for me. I don't give a shit what you're doing because you don't know. You're not gonna listen to me. And everybody in here deserves love and happiness. You should not be giving your love and happiness and your good energy to somebody who doesn't give a fuck about you. And that's the truth. Take it from me. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let people live off of you. Don't let people get money from you. Don't let people take your heart. Don't let nobody do nothing. You control your life. You don't control that person. You just control what you do. And if that person doesn't want, if you have to change that person, then that person is not right for you. Capiche? That's my opinion, by the way. I hope nobody's getting, like saying Marcus being aggressive. Marcus, telling the truth, but I'm not listening. All right, Steven, you can go ahead and ask your questions, bro. I'm ready for you. But I want everybody to be happy. I really do. I wish everybody was happy, and I wish everybody has what they really dream of. And most people that come in here would love to have a real decent relationship. But in order to have a real decent relationship, you cannot settle for just a regular bullshit life and a bullshit relationship. You got to find somebody that actually has a brain first. Once you find somebody with a brain, then you test their sincerity. You don't take from them. Don't let them take from you. You gotta make that known from the very beginning, one step at a time. My opinion is keep your legs closed for as long as you can, because that will really determine if the person is willing to be with you. Marky, the person that be looking me up online be getting off. Yeah, I'm being serious. But see, people think that's the thing. That's the thing. Think people nowadays think that sex is gonna solve their problems. Sex is only gonna solve one thing: your cravings, your temptation, and it's gonna solve you feeling good if the sex is good, right? Or fill your cravings. Like you could get a fucking tube of fucking Haagen-Dazs because you're hungry. You want ice cream. But if you really preach that you want real love, a real person, then don't open your legs the first fucking week that you meet somebody. You can if you want, I don't care. But if you do that, it's not gonna go nowhere. I can tell you that right now. So like when people come and tell me they want a real decent man, a good relationship, keep your legs closed. You know what I'm saying? That's my advice to all women. If you want a real man is gonna wait for you to have sex with you when he loves you and appreciates you. Because most men know that you sit on a gold mine and they want something that you have. They just want to, get in there and get out. And that's coming from a real man is telling you the truth because that's exactly what it is. And it's true. And a woman does the same thing to a man. He says, yeah, I want that magic stick. That's all I want. I don't want no love. I don't want no relation. I just want, this here and vice versa, whoever you are, Yeah. It's that way in every relationship. Same-sex relationships, bisexual, whatever, biracial, whatever the fucking case may be. It doesn't matter. We all got D's and coochies. But hey, if you want to be a hoe, that's cool. Hoes need love too. I'm not against anybody and what you do with your life. I'm just saying, if you're coming in here preaching that you want a good man or a good woman, then look for one. Don't take bullshit. That's my advice. That's why I'm still single, because I don't want no regular stupid ass woman that's gonna like ruin my life or give me red flags every day. I want someone with a damn brain and a 9-to-5 job and not at the strip club either. All right. Steven, you said, how does David feel about Jeff? Follow up. All right, let's check. Becca loves chocolate bars. That's what she meant. Chocolate stick bars. Don't listen to her, okay? Okay. How Dave feels about Jeff is he thinks that Jeff is up to no good. He thinks that Jeff is like narrow-minded and he thinks that Jeff is up to something. He thinks that Jeff has a bad temper and he's unwilling to make necessary efforts. He's got an ego problem and he thinks that sometimes Jeff is useless. But he uses Jeff for solitude, for like somebody to talk to because he goes crazy. David goes crazy when he doesn't have anybody to talk to or have attention from. So when Jeff is willing to listen and willing to come towards him and be cool with him, he thinks Jeff is great. But he kind of doesn't look at Jeff as a good person. He kind of thinks that Jeff's up to no good. And Jeff just wants like something from him whenever he wants it. So he thinks Jeff is useless and doesn't make any effort and has like an ego problem and like lives a false life. But when he needs Jeff will come because Jeff is somebody who he needs to talk to because that's what he wants. It's almost like David has this mental disorder where he when he gets lonely, he'll just start calling people. Let me see if Jeff will come here. Let me see if Steve will come over. Let me see if so-and-so will come over. Let me see if this person will hang out with me because, I can't be alone. So that's what I got here. Like I got the 4 swords right in the beginning here. So that tells me like when he's resting and when he's by himself, it's not good for him. He wants to like, he wants to like see if he can get somebody to come over and talk to him. So when Jeff is available, that's why I saw what I saw earlier. When they're cool, but when they're not cool, there's a disappointment. There's like a, this feeling like, okay, well, you're an asshole. And then when they're cool, when they're off their like menstrual cycle or something, like they're cool again. Like I said, they act like a bunch of children. I know children who don't even act like that. But yeah, Jeff actually looks at David better than how David looks at Jeff. Because the energy earlier was telling me that Jeff kind of was like okay with David and tolerates him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm being serious. Sometimes I think men have a menstrual cycle because why would men be in that menstrual? It's because it's really for men, but they're blaming women. See what I'm saying? Some men really do have a menstrual cycle. Trust me. They just probably don't, I don't want to go into detail, but they probably don't have the same type of, things that women do. I know a lot of men that are fucking weird, trust me. I know a lot of men like that. Me, I've never been like that. Hell no. Mm-mm. There's men and then there's boys. I ain't no fucking boy, that's for sure. I'm a real man. And I know how men are. Men are very disappointing to me right now. Men are not men anymore. Men are like little babies. And I don't even say, I would never disrespect a woman and say men act like women because there's women who don't act like men. And now how these guys are, I know women that are way stronger than men are. But I probably get condemned for that. It's true though. That's why I get along more with women because I can't stand men who complain, bitch, and moan. I can't stand that. If you're a man, be a fucking man. Don't cry and don't complain. And if you're a woman, don't complain and don't cry either. Get your shit together and make it happen. I don't want to hear no complaining. The only people that should be complaining are the people in Ukraine going through war and people in places of the earth that don't have food, water, electricity, and never seen internet in their life and don't have nothing to eat, nothing to wear. Those are the only people that should be complaining in life. And people who are in the hospital dying of some ungodly disease. Those are the people who should be complaining. If you're not in that category, then don't complain. I ain't gonna listen. And that's true. If you really don't have that shit happening to you, then you're blessed. Don't complain. Because God don't like people who complain. Okay? It's in the Bible. It's on the Mark. See, I was the one who wrote down things in the Bible in my past life. See, I was the guy in the Bible that wrote everything. Mark. See, that's just me. 400 BC. Okay. Okay, Stephen. How can I continue to keep my energy up? I'm getting tired from working a lot lately. Been around energy. Training on distracting. My advice without cards, Stephen, is always look at the big picture. Always look at your goals. See, this is. I'm glad you asked this question because I was waiting for this. Because see how everything's been good. You've been working. At first, you told me you was trying to find a job. Now you got job. Now you got work. Now everything's fine. Now you're saying like, how you gonna keep this up? Same way how you started, bro. You got to keep looking at the big picture. You got to set another goal. See, you set goals and you got them, right, bro? You set your goals to get a job and you're working. Okay? Now, you have to set another goal. And that's my advice and Spirit's advice through me. You got to set another goal. You have to set another goal, bro. And your goal should be getting away. Me personally is getting away from where you live. And I know you mentioned that you wanted to do that, but you still don't know if you're gonna do that. Good night, Ninja. Take care, sweetheart. Have a good weekend. See, that's what I'm saying. Is I know your situation because I read for you for a while now, Stephen, right? And my advice to you as you're asking me, and also spirit is in my ear, they're telling me that you just basically answered your own question. See what you said here? You've been working a lot. You're tired from working. Yes, that's normal. Everybody's tired from working when they do work, right? But when you come home, David's draining and distracting. And until you get away from that house, that area, and live somewhere else, my mom always says, and it's true, you can leave one toxic place, but you don't know where you're going. You might enter another toxic place, or you might enter another situation where you're going to be like, fuck, where I was better off where I was, or this is worse than where I went. So, my advice is to find somewhere where you can at least get away from your situation now so you don't feel like that. Because when you actually make that move, Stephen, and you may not be ready for it, or if you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not saying you have to do it. But my advice is to do it. Because if you do it, you're going to eliminate another distracting factor in your life. You're going to eliminate that bullshit. You no longer have to deal with David. You no longer have to deal with Jeff or Leandro or any other idiot that comes around there that you have a problem with. And you can actually go somewhere where you don't have to dwell on the negative energy, because that engine and that energy is never going to go away until you go away. And it's definitely the way it is. And I'll give you a quick example. My brother-in-law, he left here 5 weeks ago. He left this house because my sister and him are getting a divorce. The day he left, this whole house changed. This whole energy changed. The kids started winning awards in sports. My sister started getting job offers. My sister started having a whole complete different life. Same thing with me. Everything got better. The energy got better. I didn't have no hatred, and I didn't have no like negative toxic energy around because that asshole left. So as soon as that happened, life starts to change. The universe rewards you for doing something that you should have done a long time ago. But see, we live in fear of, where am I going? How am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? Where am I going to do it? See, we can't keep worrying about all those when, where, how, what, where. We just have to do it. And then when we do it, that's the next challenge. That's the next goal. Yeah, bro. Because I'm telling you this because I'm done it myself. And this is what I've told you from a long time ago. I said, Stephen, is there a way you can get out of there? And you said no, because I need to get a job first. So now that you got your job and you're working, now this is the next step, is leaving that energy behind you. Because it hasn't changed, has it? I rest my case. And I want things to be better for you, bro. And since I read for you, you have gotten better. You got the things that you wanted, which was your job and your work. And now you're saying you got all this work and you're tired. That's great. But now you need to do the next step, which is getting away from David and getting away from that area. And there's always another place to stay. You just got to find it, or you just got to actually do it. And don't be afraid, man, because spirit will always have your back. And I swear, man, I always see your grandmother around you, and she's always trying to help you, but you don't want to help yourself. You know? Well, the thing is, you're not going to abandon him. If you're telling me that he's a problem and he's like, you actually want to get away from there and you want to go to work, then you have to make up your mind. Even though you gave him your word, you wouldn't abandon him. You're not abandoning him, you're just leaving. You can still move to another place and communicate with him if you want to. But from what you're telling me, David is a burden. So why hold on to that burden? When you leave, he's gonna find somebody else to deal with. Somebody else will move in there and he can be a pain in their ass instead of yours. And he hasn't changed his energy, right? But hey, look, it's up to you, Stephen. You have to do what's best for you. If you can tolerate living there, then that's fine. But if you feel like if you personally feel, you have to look at yourself and say, Stephen, do I want to live here for the rest of my life or for the next year or two? Or do I need to move because I can't be living here feeling like this? You have to ask yourself that question. I can tell you, yes, you're going to move and you're going to be doing great, but it's up to you. Hey, Nina, welcome back, sweetie. I meant to tell you earlier, Nina, yes, you said knowledge is power. You're absolutely right. But I was caught up in my story. Yeah, see, look. I didn't even have to. That's why I didn't even pull cards, but I pulled cards anyway, right? And I got the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is going on a journey, going on a trip, moving, like going to another place, a place that's preferably by water or where you can see water from the place, right? That's how I read this card, right? And if you don't do this, you're being selfish and you're not accepting the knowledge and the power that is given to you. And like I said, I see a woman in spirit, and she showed up again here, the high priestess, and she's saying that you're being ignorant and short-sighted and you're not understanding the big picture. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you don't move, there's going to always be conflict. There's going to always be turmoil. You're going to feel sick. You're going to feel like you're being criticized, or you're going to think about the criticism, or you're going to think that you're not going to get a better opportunity. So in order for you to overcome these difficulties and have success is to limit your anxiety and make this attempt to go for it. Right, exactly. So if he really, so this is happening for a reason. You see what I'm saying, Stephen? If you really analyze this, you're not a dumb person, you're smart. And I'm going to tell you this as you know, your friend and as somebody who cares about your well-being. It's common sense. If it's not working where you are, you got to change it. You have to change where you live in order to go ahead. So you already accomplished the goal of getting work and having a job. Now you got to accomplish your next living arrangement. And right now is the perfect time to go somewhere else. There's always a place to go to. You can always find another place. There's always another journey to go to, and always another way. There's always another, place to live. You just have to go and find it and actually get off your ass and say, okay, let me look for an apartment. You go to the damn paper, or you go on the internet and you look and you say, okay, look, apartments near me. Okay, let me go check out this place. So if you don't do it, it's never going to happen. And in the last 2 months that I've read for you, I believe it's been 2 months or maybe even more. I don't know. But since I've been reading for you, this has been your dilemma, is your living arrangement. So in order for you to, I always preach this to everybody. The only way your life gets better is if you take the first step. And you have to say to yourself, what is going to make me happy and what is not working? See, the universe already gave you work. So that's their way of saying, okay, well, if you want to move and you don't want to be in this place because it's toxic and David's not dealing with you no more, then why live here anymore? These are all signs that you're not doing the right thing. But the universe and spirit said, hey, look, let me give Stephen a job and give him a lot of work. Yes, he's going to be tired because he's manifested the work. We gave him the work. You've given him the finances to go find another place, but is he going to do it? See, God and spirit puts everything right in front of you, bro. But you have to take the next step. You can't stay stuck. What you gonna do? Work and come home to shit every day? You don't want to do that. You want to work and come home to a real home. You want to come home to, like, a real, and you never know, Stephen. If you find another place, you might meet somebody, find the love of your life, and everything falls into place. But in order for that to happen, even if that's not on your mind, but that can all happen. Better things can happen to you as you make the right moves to make your life better. The only person that can make your life better is you. Yeah, of course. It's a convenience. It's not conditional, it's a convenience. There's a difference. You are a convenience to David, and I told you that all he wants you there for is to pay the bills, pay your rent, do what you have to do, and he could care less. But guess what? Everyone can be replaced. When you leave, someone else is going to pay rent, someone else is going to live there. It's that simple. People are always looking for a place to live. David will be perfectly fine. And maybe the person that takes your place and lives where you are can get along with David, or maybe like things will be better for him. And when you move, you might be going to a place where you have good neighbors, good roommates, good people, and you'll be living a lot better. And you'll come in here and say, Mark, guess what? I got a new place. I'm with the other people. I'm doing fine. I should have done this a long time. Trust me, this shit is what goes through people's minds every day. But the only person that can do it is you. I've been doing this with my sister for the past year. And that she now sees the light. She now did what I told her. And she did what she's supposed to do. Not only because I told her, but because she knows it's real now. And her life's perfectly fine. Never seen my sister so happy in my life. But she had to get a divorce, unfortunately, and she didn't want to, but she knows now that it was the best decision she made. My brother did the same thing 5 years ago. My friends do it every day, every year. We all change. We have to change in order for we can't expect the people around us to change. That's not going to happen. But the only change that can happen is you. You have to make the change. You got to say, okay, look, I'm going to do this today. But if you don't do it, you're going to live in a rut. You're going to stay the same. So if you're not getting change from the person around you, then you have to change. It's that simple, but we have to do it. It seems very easy, but I know it's difficult. I'm not saying like, it's meant for everybody. But sometimes you have to overlook the I can't, or I won't, or I'm not sure, or I'm worried. We have to overlook those words, because if we say I can, I will, and I'm going to do it, even if you say you try, that's a good thing, But you have to a lot of people say nothing's a coincidence, everything happens for a reason. So now if that's the case and that's what you believe, then you got to say, okay, I got all this work for a reason, to make me financially stable so I can go get another place. You got to look at it like that. Don't just look at it like, oh yeah, I got a job now so I can stay here and deal with the bullshit. So if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not going to look at you any different, bro. But my opinion and what Spirit's saying is pretty much the same thing. It can happen. I tell people my story, my life story all the time. 6 years ago, it'll be 6 years this August. I woke up out of my bed. I was smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking. Life was good, making money, got my own business, I'm my own boss. I go where and work I want to, do whatever I want. I can still do all those things. And I said, you know what? I got to stop smoking cigarettes. I got to stop drinking. I got to stop smoking weed. I'm 40 years old. I got to get the fuck out of this life. And that day, I think it was August, whatever it was. That day, I smoked my last joint, my last cigarette, and my last beer. And I never ever touched anything like that ever again. And it changed my whole life. I feel better. I'm more financially stable. Life is just better all around because I gave up the things that I shouldn't be putting in my body. But I had to do it. I went cold turkey. I didn't have no patches on my arm. I didn't go to a fucking psychiatrist. I didn't ask for help. I just got up and said, God, help me. I need to get the fuck out of this life. I can't do this anymore. And 16 years ago, I was delivering food to restaurants as a helper, making $18 an hour. And I said, what am I fucking doing? I have so much talent. I know how to do electrical, carpentry, plumbing, masonry, painting. Like I can start my own business. What the fuck are you doing, Mark? And when I was 30 years old, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go on my own. And then got a car, and then got tools. And here I am 16 years later. 4 years ago, I was in somebody's chat room talking. Oh, Mark, you know what? You predicted this. You know, you're a good psychic. You know, you're really good. You should have your own channel. Mark, you have the gift. You got to do it, Mark. Please go start your own channel. So 4 years ago, what did I do? I started my own channel. And here I am 4 years later. September will be 4 years that I've been on here. And I've helped thousands of people. You see, if I don't do it, it's not going to happen. No one's taking me by my neck and saying, go over here and go online right now. I'm doing it. I'm doing what's best for me so I can help everybody to make me feel like I'm doing the right thing. And if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it for me. But see, I changed my life so I can have a better life. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. But it has to start with you. You have to do it. It's a risk, but we have to take it. And if you fail, do something else. It's that simple. But never think you're going to fail. Never. Let me tell you, I've been on my own for 16 years, and there's been some during COVID. I didn't have any work because I couldn't go nowhere. So what did I do? I came on here. I'm not in nobody's house. I'm in my own apartment. I'm online and I'm talking to everybody online because everybody was online at home on lockdown too. And if I didn't start this channel 4 years ago, before COVID started, I would have been fucked. I would have been trying to see. God put me in the position, and people that loved and cared about me motivated me to do the right thing. So when I did it, it benefited me. Everything happens for a reason. 6 months before COVID, I started this channel. And it happened for a reason because God was preparing me to be in front of this camera, to talk to people and show everybody my talent and to help people and, you know, to do what I have to do. You see what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence. It happened for a reason. And I could have said, you know, I don't want to be on here no more. Fuck this. I'm going back to business. No, I do both. Because life's too short to just limit yourself to just regular shit. Why not? When I come on here, I have a great time. I talk to all my friends. I help people. You know? Exactly, Just Baratero. Exactly. Failure isn't bad. Failure is just a lesson learned. Hi, how you doing, Just Baratero? Welcome. And it's true. Failure isn't bad. Failure is just another step to get to where you need to go. When one thing doesn't work, you go to another. It's simple. Everybody in this room and everybody in the world has multiple talents. We just have to, like, you know, find them. Hey, kitty. Meow, meow. How you doing, sweetheart? How you been? But that's the thing. You know, people are too scared to make a change. You shouldn't be scared. You should be happy to make a change because it's going to benefit you no matter what. Even if it doesn't work, it's a lesson learned. It's just like every person you meet. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to associate with you. Not everybody's going to like what you do. Who fucking cares? Just do what's best for you and have good people around you. You're doing good? Yeah, I'm here. I try to be on here as much as I can, you know? If I'm not here, I'm on Instagram. If I'm not anywhere, I'm probably working. But I've been pretty active on here lately. It's nice seeing all my friends from when I started, like yourself and everybody else, and fellow readers and friends. It's nice to see everybody. I got new friends, new people, new clients. It's nice. It's nice and quiet over here. I don't like a lot of people in anyway. So the people that come in here, I love and respect and care about and try and help, and they help me. Hey, I'm not a know-it-all. I learned a lot from everybody. I learn from every single person that comes in here. I can always learn from everybody. Like Nina said earlier, knowledge is power. Absolutely. But I wish that everybody would just do what they have to do to make themselves happy. You don't have to make someone else happy. Just make yourself happy first. Once you're happy, then you can be happy helping somebody else in need. So that way they can get to where you are. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. There's many times where on here, when I got trolled and I got disrespected by people, I didn't want to be here. So I would divert to going over Instagram, being private, doing things over there with my good friends, and it worked. Now I, flip flop from each way, go over here, go there. Wherever I feel the love, wherever I feel safe, I'm coming. So that way I can be, 100% dealing with the people that I deal with. Same thing in my real life business. I'm not going to work for some clown that doesn't know what they're doing. And if a client is treating me, weird or doesn't want to pay, then I'm not going to work for them. I'm going to go to where I'm happy and where I'm appreciated. And everybody should do the same. Nobody should be a slave to anybody or a slave to the system or feel like they have to do something just for money or just for love or just for whatever. You got to keep making yourself happy. Do what's best for you. Your goal should be happiness. And whatever happiness means to you, then you're going to be happy. I can't stress that enough. That what's the best thing in life is your happiness. If having money makes you happy, go get the money. If getting some D makes you happy or having sex makes you happy, go do that. Do whatever you want. I don't care. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Simple. We can all be happy together with whatever we want. Right, Kitty? Meow. Oh, nice, Becca. Did it help your throat? Meow, meow. Would you like a general message, Kitty? Oh, that's good, Becca. That's a good idea. You good? All right, sweetie. Just asking if you want a general message. That's good. Cool. No problem, sweetheart. Just wanted to ask if you wanted it because I offer a free message. So I'm offering you a free message. But if you don't want it, your presence is more than welcome every time. Just having you here is like having a free message. But that's good, Becca. That's good. It should help him, though. It would definitely help. Whatever you can do will help. I believe as he gets older, he's gonna like feel more confident. Like how you have like when he watches cartoons and stuff, or like he can like when he I don't know if you have like an iPad where he can like hold and look at the people talk and teach you how to talk and stuff like that. Like how you have like Dora the Explorer and she used to say, let's say this, or let's say that, like get some program cartoon that he's interested in. Yeah, and then like so that way he could say and try and pronounce the words and things like that. It'll help him. I believe it will, because your mind will always look at those things. Yeah, yeah. Becca's boy has that problem as well. So I always encourage everybody to look at, like, kids have to adapt to that. The lobsters ain't until September. We're in the off season now. Lobsters are from September to April, and then from April to September, there's no lobsters. Yeah, he's autistic. Yeah. When I was young and I was like watching cartoons, um, we had Sesame Street, right? I'm sure everybody knows Sesame Street. Sesame Street was one of the best like cartoon shows that I ever watched, and I watched religiously because they taught you how to say things. They taught you how to pronounce things. So it was like, going to school at home. So I think that children now, they don't have Sesame Street, I don't think. I haven't seen Sesame Street since I was young. I don't know if Sesame Street still exists, but I'm sure the old shows are on YouTube, or you can probably find them on DVD. That's something that your kids should be watching, not fucking SpongeBob and fucking, you know, these stupid ass shows that don't make no sense, that got fucking people screaming and shouting and beating the shit out of each other. That's not what your kids should be watching. My nephews, they grew up watching Diego and Dora, and they used to teach you things. They never beat the shit out of anybody, you know? And they didn't scream like SpongeBob and Patrick and all these crazy ass people. Even though we watch SpongeBob, yes, but SpongeBob doesn't teach you anything. There's no words that come across the screen. You know what I'm saying? But to me, if I had a child that was autistic or like wanted to learn, they'd be learning from Sesame Street and Dora and Diego and all that shit. Like, no problem, Steven, man. All good, bro. Yeah, sing-alongs, all that type of stuff. Like, to me, kids need to watch more, educational shows and things like that. There's tons of them online, but I don't know what's like, you know, I don't know. I don't watch cartoon shit no more, but like me, I learned from Sesame Street. When I was a kid, I learned from Sesame Street. I used to watch a lot of cartoons, but the most educational one was Sesame Street. That's what comes to my mind. I remember like, seeing words and things like that, and, seeing words across the street, across the screen. And Peppa Pig, yeah, Peppa Pig is another thing, another show that's like kind of iffy. I mean, you can learn some stuff from Peppa Pig, but there's some stuff in there that adults will see that a child won't see. But it's a show that I kind of like have a mixed feeling about the Peppa Pig thing. So I don't know, like I just always like have cartoons are not always what people think they are. You know, some cartoons are really educational, really help you, and some have like this background bullshit where you're like, oh, okay, now I see. They were actually dissing Peppa Pig the other day, and I started like I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, you're right too. It does do that dumb shit. It's got something in there like where it's like they talk to their parents in a certain way. You know what I'm talking about? Um, like Peppa Pig and her brother go against what the parents do, so it's like they're teaching you like kind of wrong shit. They're going against what their parents say. So it's like, you don't want to see that. You don't want your kids to go against what you say and go and then apologize and then learn a lesson from it. Like so that's one of like the episodes they showed that bullshit or whatever. But like I said, I don't watch that stuff no more. I just saw a clip of it. But I used to watch Peppa Pig. I thought it was cool. I used to watch whatever my nephews were watching at the time. Whatever kept them busy and aggravating me, then that was cool. You watch Thomas the Train. Like Thomas the Train is also like, a cartoon that was cool. I used to watch that. It was kind of like showed you like, not to be rude or like to work together. Yeah, Bob the Builder was another nice one we watched. Bob the Builder. And then it was like another one where like you had the dogs, Paw Patrol or whatever. That was nice. That wasn't like no bullshit. That was also like teaching you how to work together and things like that and to help people, stuff like that. Yeah, Mr. Rogers. Yeah, Strawberry Shortcake. I used to and Cabbage Patch Kid. And I can go up. Let me tell you, every Saturday we were right in front of the TV every day. We used to watch Muppet Babies, Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, um, like Pole Position with the racing cars. Then they had the wrestling cartoon. It was like a serious lineup of nothing. And then we changed the channel to Cartoon Network and we saw Tweety and Sylvester, Bugs Bunny and fucking, what's the guy, Elmer Fudd and Daffy Duck. And we saw like Mickey Mouse Playhouse, all that bullshit. Yeah, Scooby Doo, all that stuff. Man, I've watched so much cartoons in my lifetime. I used to love that shit. And when I was like a teenager, I used to watch my favorite cartoon of all time was Gargoyles. I used to love that shit because it was like humans and like the dragons or whatever the heck they were, the gargoyles. It was like humans and the gargoyles working together. So it was pretty cool. I liked all that shit. That was like my favorite cartoon when I was older. Like when my last cartoons I was watching was Gargoyles. Hot shit. But I pretty much watched everything. And my nephews watched all that stuff, Paw Patrol and Dora and Boots and all that shit. Oh my god. When they started watching SpongeBob, that shit drove me crazy. I can't stand cartoons that scream and shout and like constantly like shouting and like constantly doing bad shit. Yeah, the only time I watch TV is the weather, which is my channel's on now, the Weather Channel. I don't watch no news. Yeah, that shit's annoying. I can't handle that. I'll watch it every now and then with my nephews if they watched it back then, but I wouldn't watch it religiously. I can't stand. Um, I don't watch no movies. I'm about to watch the Transformer movie. The Transformers new movie. I'm gonna go watch that. It just came out, so I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on DVD, on Netflix or whatever, or any type of movie thing. I might go to the theater on Sunday and watch it, but I'll see what happens. I want to go to the theater and watch it. I love the Transformers. I can watch any of that stuff. Okay, Kitty, I'll see. I'll check that out. Yeah, I'm not really a movie person. Everybody knows me. I love sports. So right now, I'm watching like the finals of the basketball, even though my team's not in it. I watch baseball, hockey. I watch all sports, soccer, football, whatever. If sports is on, I'm watching it. And if there's no sports on, I'm gonna go watch some astrology or tarot videos or I'll watch like there's a show I watch that's called Wicked Tuna. And on Netflix, there's a show called Outer Banks, which is like a whole pot of teenagers and they try and find like gold and artifacts and old shit and they get themselves in trouble. And that's what I've been watching for a while now. And then the other day I watched Night Agent. That's fucking hot shit. I liked all that stuff. I don't really watch movies, but my nephews get me into all that stuff. They're like, "Hey, bro, look, come watch this show with us." Like they're at the age where they can watch like certain shows and things like that with swearing and all that crazy shit. Those are the latest things I've watched was Night Agent, Outer Banks, and I watch my show religiously every Sunday. It's called Wicked Tuna Outer Banks, which is like guys who just go, guys and women. They have boats and they go catch big ass tunas and sell them and stuff like that. So I kind of like watching all that type of stuff. But I'm not gonna watch like movies every single night. I don't really care to watch movies like that. Most movies nowadays are full of shit. Got people flying through the fucking air, you know, doing all this Matrix shit. Once I watched The Matrix one time, I never forget. I watched that movie, The Matrix, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" I ain't never seen a movie like that till. And I tell people, you want to see a crazy ass movie, go watch The Matrix. It's the biggest load of bullshit ever in history. And years ago, there was a movie called Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger. It was a ninja movie, and it had these people flying through the air, drop kicking each other and kicking each other ass on rooftops and flying here and flying there, and it was all like word for word on the bottom, whatever you call that shit. I can't remember what it's called, but I couldn't handle that shit. I was like, what is this shit? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, subtitles. That's what it's called. Yeah, I had a brain fart there for a second. I couldn't remember what it was called. That shows you how much I don't watch. Oh no, hell no, no, no. I don't watch none of that shit. I don't watch no. I watch Transformers. I watch action movies, and I watch like funny shit. But I don't watch like no crazy shit like that. My sister had me watching some bullshit the other day. I was like, yo, I gotta go. I can't watch this trash. Oh, you're boring. Just watch it. I'm like, look, I ain't watching this shit. This is trash. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. I can't watch movies like that. Oh, you know what movie I saw that was really nice? I loved it. The one that J Lo was in. Fuck, it's called now, man. Mother or something like that. Was it called Mother? The latest movie J Lo did when she's on like the snowmobiles in the snow and she teaches this girl, her daughter, how to like kill animals and yeah, that shit was hot. I actually really liked that movie. That movie was really cool. J Lo kicked a lot of ass. I like seeing her in movies like that where she slaps people up and she taught like her daughter, because she gave her daughter up for adoption, and then she went to go get her, get her back type of thing, and then like she taught her because J Lo was like a sniper in real life on the movie, and like she killed people and lived off of like the land and shit. Like she was like a like a navy person or whatever, sniper shit. Yeah, I like J Lo's movies. I can handle it, but I don't like her love movies and bullshit movies. But that movie, she was on point. She might get an award for that shit. She kicked guys' asses. And it was really nice. I really loved the movie. She's a very good actor. My sister was like, "Hey, watch this movie with us." I think it's called Mother. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's something to do with like some movie or some. I can't remember. A few people came in here and said they were gonna watch it, and I was like, my sister was like, "Hey, I'm gonna watch this new movie with J Lo in it." I was like, "All right, cool, I'll watch it." I watched the whole movie. It was nice. Yeah, I've watched a few of her movies, but don't ask me what they're called. I don't even know. I can't remember. But that's the latest movie I've watched was her movie. That's the latest movie I watched, and the next movie I'm gonna watch is Transformers for sure. But I watch sports majority of the time. I can't watch movies like that. And at the end of J Lo's movie, her and the daughter were like together, and like She saved her daughter's life. And I had tears rolling down my face, and I'm like, fuck, man, this is why I don't like watching movies, because I get too into it. And then I cried at the end. I was like, oh God, here we go. This is why I don't watch movies. I can't watch this sentimental, lovey, dovey shit, mother daughter shit. Even though I know it's all bullshit, but it's based on, like, whatever the movie. So, like, I shed a few tears at the end. My sister was laughing because she was crying too, but it was funny though. I don't mind. Like, sometimes you gotta let some tears out. The movies get you. But it went from action to, like, the mother daughter thingy. So it was nice. It was nice. I love the movie. I recommend it anybody to go see it. Even if you don't have kids like me, it doesn't matter. It's still like a nice movie to watch. But J Lo was excellent, definitely. She was an excellent actor in the movie by far. She was the main character. She was good, very good acting. Even though a lot of it was bullshit, but it was cool. The whole movie was like, it was nice. I was like, oh shit, I don't want to watch no damn movie. And I end up caught up, and then you end up watching it, and it gets interesting, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. They're like, yeah, you're gonna watch the movie with us. My nephews and my sister. I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. Fuck, I'm not doing anything. There's no games on tonight. So every now and then I get conned into watching movies, but it's all good. But sports, yes, I watch sports any day. But I really like the that series. I think it's a mini series. I'm not sure what it is, but it's called Outer Banks. It's like a whole pot of teenagers, and it's like the father of one of the kids. Like they go around try and find like valuable artifacts and old things, and like they hijacked this. They went on this boat and found this big gold cross, and it's worth like millions of dollars. And now, like, I'm watching the part where like a guy stole the cross. Now he's burning the cross and turning it into gold, like melting the gold so he could sell it because he couldn't sell the cross because it almost got him killed. It's pretty fascinating. It's pretty like it gets you like get you watching like. So every time we guys eat dinner, we watch like a little episode of it. My nephews are all into it, and they got me into it too. But I don't have Netflix on my TV. I don't watch. I don't have it like that. But when I go over their house, I watch it. Anything that's on this TV is gonna be sports. I don't watch movies over here. When I go over there, I have no choice. They don't watch sports over there. They only watch movies and shit. So when during dinner, my nephew turns it on. He's 15. He turns it on. He goes, "Hey, bro, you want to watch the Outer Banks?" I was like, "Yeah, we'll watch it while we eat dinner." So we eat dinner and watch that. So I recommend watching those. Those are pretty good. You know me, if I recommend a movie, it's got to be good because I don't really watch that shit like that. But it's cool. I don't mind. Speaking of my nephews, I'm gonna go see what they're up to right now, and then I'm gonna go chill out for a bit. I've been on here for like 2.5 hours now. I'm gonna go take my dog to go pee. But yeah, it was nice seeing you guys. Here's my dog Ela. She's in the background on her bed. You can't see her, but you can see her bum. Yeah. Good to see you too, Kitty. I'm glad you came by, sweetheart. Good to see you. And Caddy, always a pleasure, sweetheart. I I should be here tomorrow whenever, but come see me on your birthday. And if I remember, I'll hail you up. I'll hit you up and come over on your birthday, and I'll give you a free reading for sure. And if if you want to come to Bermuda, all you gotta do is say the word. You can come over. You can have a dirty weekend with me if you want. It's all good. All right, sweetheart. Take care. It's good seeing you. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right, sweetie. Take care.